I'm not gonna preach to you why the chin up is such a good exercise. There's already a million articles written on it, and odds are if you're watching this, you know the chin up is the ultimate expression of true full body strength and performance. What I am going to do is outline my simple 4-step progression to help you or your clients get your first bodyweight chin up. So the first exercise you're gonna do in your progression to getting your first chin up is the inverted row. And the main difference between the inverted row and a chin up is a vertical pull, right? You're pulling up and down. The inverted row is more of a horizontal pull. And it's a good first progression because it's gonna be, you're not fighting as much against gravity. You're not using as much of your total body weight, but you're still strengthening the same muscles that you need to do a chin up. Now, you're gonna have to set up the bar just like I have here in a squat rack. How high it's going to be will totally depend on your current strength level. If you're a complete beginner and not really able to do much yet, you're gonna go higher. And if you're more advanced, you're gonna go lower and lower and lower and lower, okay? So basically, when you do an inverted row, specifically for a chin up, you're gonna want your hands shoulder width apart and your palms facing towards your face. Reason being, when you do a chin up, your palms face towards your face with your hands shoulder width apart. So try and keep it exactly the same. You sit up, hands shoulder width apart on the bar. You get up in a plank position just like this, okay? So your butt is squeezed tight. You're in one line. I don't want you sagging down, and I also don't want your lower back really arched. Abs tight, butt tight. Now all you're gonna do is row and bring your chest to the bar and come back down. Chest to bar and come back down. Now, if you have to jerk yourself up, or if you can't get your chest to the bar, it's too low, you need to raise it up until you can actually do it with good technique. And if it's too easy, then lower it. And then once you get to the point where it's too low to actually do the movement, then you can go to the second progression towards getting your first chin up. When you're progressing the inverted row, what I want you to do is train it anywhere between 2 to 3 times per week for anywhere between 3 to 5 sets of 6 to 10 repetitions per set. And once you can do 10 perfect repetitions on the lowest possible setting, then you can progress to the eccentric only chin up. So the second progression is what's called an eccentric only chin up. And it sounds fancy, but really all it means is you're only going to do the lowering portion of the chin up. Reason being, you're much stronger eccentrically, you're much stronger lowering than you are raising. So think about it like this. If you had to take a bag of groceries, a really heavy bag of groceries, and lower it to the ground, you could, but it might be so heavy that you might not be able to get it back up again. So by strengthening the eccentric portion, what you're already stronger at, you can train through the same range of motion without necessarily having to raise yourself back up. And this will help your muscles develop the strength it needs to eventually go back up again. So when you're doing the eccentric only portion, what's really important to have is a box underneath you to raise yourself up, because what's gonna happen is at the end of every rep, you're going to jump back up to the top position. Really, really important that you don't waste energy on the way back up again, because if you start wasting energy, then you're not gonna have as much to lower yourself under control. So basically, you're gonna jump up to the top position of the chin up, stabilize yourself, hold yourself, and slowly lower yourself under control until you get to the bottom. Once you get to the bottom, reset, jump up to the top again. Make sure you don't hit your head on the chin-up bar. Stabilize yourself, and slowly go down and repeat for however many repetitions is in your set. Usually for eccentric only chin-ups, I like to do about 3 to 5 repetitions per set, okay? So here's what it looks like. Palms facing your face, hands about shoulder width apart. You come here, you jump up, stabilize yourself, and slowly lower the entire way. Feet down, and then you jump up and repeat again. And you'll see I don't waste any energy on the way up. I'm not trying to do any work on this upward portion, all coming from the legs. Jump, slowly lower. Boom. That is the eccentric only chin up. And that's going to be a major benefit on your way to the third progression, which is going to help you get to your first chin-up. When you're training the eccentric only chin-up, I want you to train it anywhere between 2 to 3 times per week for anywhere between 3 to 5 sets of 3 to 5 repetitions per set. Ideally, every repetition will be between 3 to 5 full seconds, okay? Which means every lowering portion will take you between 3 to 5 full seconds, no cheating. Once you can do 3 sets of 5 repetitions and each repetition 5 full seconds, then you can progress to the band-assisted chin-up. Now, the third and final progression that you're gonna use before you actually do your first chin-up is an assisted chin-up. Now, you could use an assisted chin-up machine. I prefer to use a band. Reason being, most assisted chin-up machines, the handles that they use to accommodate for the machine are too wide or they're a little bit uncomfortable and they make it more difficult than it should be. So by using the band, you can literally just loop it around the top of the bar, and basically you take one end, you loop it over the top, and then you take the bottom, loop it through, and then you make a knot and you're good to go. It's really simple. Then you take the bottom of the band and you can just pull down, loop it around your foot, grab onto the bar, and start doing your chin-ups. Now, what's cool about this is it basically reduces the amount of weight that you're pulling up. It's an assisted chin-up. Even cooler, and unlike the assisted chin-up machine, is as you get further and further up, the resistance, the assistance, decreases because it's an elastic band. So as you raise yourself, you're actually lifting more and more and more of your total body weight, which obviously helps you get more acclimated to doing your own body weight when it's time to do your first chin-up. Now, there are many different kinds of bands, thicker being stronger ones, all the way down to this one, which is one of the lightest ones, the least amount of assistance. What I would first start with is a thicker band, which you can get online anywhere. If you have any questions, you can direct message me and I'll show you the link that I use. Start with a thicker band, and once you can do 10 with a certain band, go to the next thinner band and progress that way. Once you can do 10, or even 8 actually, if you can do 8 with one of the thinner bands, you can progress to doing your first bodyweight chin-up, guaranteed, no question about it. Now, basically, I want to walk you through just like basic technique with this. You have the band looped around your foot, hands shoulder width apart. You're going to pull your chest all the way to your bar. So again, your chest is going to the bar. You're not going to pull your chin to the bar. Pull your chest all the way up. Controlled, lower yourself down all the way. Chest up. All the way down, and repeat. Now, if you want to take it a step further, if that's easy and you aren't comfortable yet going to the full bodyweight chin-up, you can take the band and loop it around your knee. Now you have even less assistance, and you can do chin-ups that way. And I guarantee you, 100% no questions asked, if you can do 8 assisted chin-ups with a light band around your knee, you can 100% do at least 1 bodyweight chin-up without any assistance whatsoever. Now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about perfect technique for your chin-up so you can make sure you're not only going to do it properly and use the right muscles, but so you don't get hurt. For the band-assisted chin-up, what I want you to do is train it anywhere between 2 to 3 times per week for anywhere between 3 to 5 sets of 5 to 10 repetitions. Once you can do 10 perfect repetitions with a certain thickness band, progress to thinner and thinner bands until you're at the absolute thinnest. Once you can do 8 repetitions, perfect repetitions, not cheating, with the thinnest band, you can then progress to putting the band around your knee, and from there, you can then progress to doing your first bodyweight unassisted chin-up. So now you can do your first chin-up, and I'm gonna walk you through perfect technique so you're doing it using all the right muscles and not gonna hurt yourself. But before I walk you through the technique, the major reason most people think they can't do a chin-up is because they don't believe in themselves. Most of my online clients who come to me and say, I can't do a chin-up, like there's no way, even though physically they are strong enough, they aren't able to because they don't believe in themselves. They don't believe they're actually strong enough. And this might sound hokey, it might sound like some hippy dippy crap, but I'm dead serious. How much you believe in yourself here and here will impact how strong, how much strength you can display. So I promise you 100%, if you've made it through every progression thus far, you can do a bodyweight chin-up. No question about it. You just have to believe it here and be willing to sort of grind through the first rep. It might not be easy. It's not going to come up like this. You're going to have to put in some effort, some grit, but you can do it. All right? So now when you're doing the chin-up, first and foremost, you're going to set your grip, right? So hands shoulder width apart, palms facing your face. I like this grip better than overhand. It's a little bit easier on the shoulders, and you actually get a little bit of a bigger range of motion, okay? And I like that because you get a little bit more overall muscle recruitment, which helps you build more muscle, helps increase your metabolism, all that good stuff. Hands shoulder width apart, palms facing your face. And from this position, what's really important to remember, when you go into the position in the bottom, when you're here, actually, you know what, before we even do that, before you go into the bottom position, you see a lot of people, they go into their first rep and they jump into it. That's not a chin-up. You start your chin-up from a dead hang position with your feet dangling, okay? That's a true chin-up starting from here. Now, what you'll see a lot of people do is in the bottom position, their shoulders will come up to their ears just like this. And that puts your shoulders at risk for injury. And so what you actually want to do in order to recruit the right muscles, from here, you're going to shove your shoulders towards your back pockets. You don't have to over-exaggerate it. You don't have to come up that high. You don't want to arch your lower back, but slightly focusing on getting your shoulders away from your ears, creating a little bit of daylight right here will help you use the right muscles, help you use your lats, and keep your shoulders safe. So in the bottom, dead hang from this position here, now you're going to pull your chest all the way to the bar. And come back down, and all the way back up. Now, the reason I prefer to pull my chest to the bar and not my chin is because when some people focus on pulling their chin, they reach with their neck, which can cause some neck strains, and you actually reduce your range of motion and don't use as much muscle. By focusing on pulling your chest to the bar, you get a much bigger range of motion and a safer range of motion. That being said, your first time, you might not be able to touch your chest to the bar. That's a very advanced chin-up. Progress yourself to that. Work for that. If at first you can only get your chin to the bar, great. That's a great first progression. Keep working and actively focus on trying to bring your chest to the bar in the long term, and you're going to reap much more benefit over a long period of time. Once you've done your first bodyweight chin-up, now you might want to do 10 bodyweight chin-ups or your first weighted chin-up. And the cool part is you have a lot more leeway with how you train. But my personal preference, when you can first start out doing your first 1 or 2 bodyweight chin-ups but can't get more, is practicing a method called grease the groove, where basically every day, or almost every day, you do chin-ups throughout the day, but never to failure. So maybe every time you walk into the kitchen, if you have a pull-up bar, do a chin-up. Or if you're in the gym, instead of doing sets of 5 or 6 or whatever, because you might not be able to yet, do 1 or 2 at a time, take full complete rest, and then do another 1 or 2 when you're fully recovered, and repeat that cycle anywhere between 3 to 5 times. This way you're adding up volume and you're getting stronger and stronger and stronger until eventually you'll be able to do 3, 4, 5, 6 repetitions of bodyweight chin-ups in a row, and then you can progress to more 3 sets of 5 or 3 sets of 6 or even cluster sets or ascending sets, a million different options. Starting with grease the groove, practicing it every day as a skill is going to be your best bet to progress from 1 to 2 chin-ups to 3 to 4 to 5 and beyond. All right, so again, if you can make it through all of these progressions, which you can, if you've already made it there, you can do your first chin-up. And if you haven't, keep working, keep grinding. It's gonna take time and effort and dedication, but 100% you can do it as long as you stick with it. Any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. I'll talk to you soon.